Hey guys, and I guess girls. Last video I said, well, in the comment section I did say that I was going to have to talk about the time that I got banned from Australia. As much as I tried, I did tell you guys and girls that I'm going to make this video. I didn't want to talk about this because I felt like it's just, it hurt me a lot. It was a tough time, and I have to bring it out one way or another. If I leave this out, you guys won't know, and girls, and it would be so painful. Just I don't know. It'd be hard for me to like know that I'm the only one, and everyone needs to know. I can't leave this out because some people want me to do a meet and greet in Australia, and I sadly I just can't do that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be talking about. So how did this happen? So oh yeah, I was gonna also I'm gonna play Phantom Forces. Yeah, it's a game on Roblox, and we're gonna play that for a bit just to some content to keep you guys flourishing. I'm a pro player in terms of Phantom Forces. In fact, I'm actually on the pro team. Um, they call me Mucho Grande for a reason. Okay, I was distracted. So how did this happen? You may ask, how am I even at Australia in the first place? Well, you have to keep in mind that it's not that hard to go to Australia. You can go by plane, you can drive there, you can go by horse, you can go by motorcycle. There's many ways you can go. You can probably walk there if you tried. It's not that hard. So I went there by I actually, if you don't know, I drove there. You might not believe that, but I actually drove to Australia, and so I just want to have some fun time, just to understand the place, and probably live there. Well, I wish I could, but I gotta do what I have to do. So I do all that, and it was okay. So long story short, when I was traveling there, I went to this base, military base actually, and they were telling me, "Hey, you can't be here." So I'm like, "Why not?" And they were like, "Why would you want to?" And I got confused. I was like, "What? How come?" And then they're like, "Okay, here, we're gonna have to escort you and to this like place." And I'm like, "Oh, what place?" And they're like, "You'll see soon." So they said, so I had to go in the car. It was a cool car. It's like the armored trucks that you would see in. It's like, how do I explain this? It's the really big cars, the really big green cars. Well, I actually went in one of those, and they drove me there. It was a hard experience. When I was there, it was just oh, hacker! What? How did he kill me? Anyways, yeah. So I drove there. Wait, my nose stuffy. Okay. So he drove me to this house. It was a huge house. I never knew. It was like, okay, if there was a White House, but it was bigger, that would be it. I was like, whoa, that's insane. And so we went there, and then I was talking to this person. He was like, hey, I'm the Prime Minister, actually. And I'm like, what? Another hacker? Anyways, yeah, there's a Prime Minister, and I was like, oh, hey, I was looking at Wikipedia and I saw you on it. You're actually the Prime Minister? And he was like, and he told me, yes, yes, I am. And I couldn't believe it. You couldn't have believed it as well if you were there. It was it was an insane time, and I was happy. And then like that's what I thought, but in reality, they're like, hey, you can't be here. You were in a really bad place. You have to leave. And I'm like, oh, but I want to have some meat pies before I leave. I never tried meat pies when I went to Australia, and who knows, they might taste good. And so I was like, okay, here, I'll have one meat pie, and then I'll leave. And he was like, okay, because this prime minister is really nice. People that say he wasn't and corrupt they're just people that are mad because a political member and they are not. In fact, that's kind of how it. To TBH, that's how all those people that follow the like politics, they all just wish they were politicians because that's why they argue. The prime minister, I was talking to him, he was telling me how much like we talked about it and I was like, okay, since you're here, I needed some tour guide. Well, I didn't tell that to him directly, but I said, hey, since you're here, let's try some meat pies because I wanted to see if he could, you know, oh, he can give me in on a bit of meat pies. And he taught me there's many types. There's chicken, there's beef, there's fish, there's even seal meat pies, and I never knew this. So I was like, okay, I'll give it all to me. And so we had the time, and he said, and the prime minister was like, okay, here, this is a place. Now when we went there, I didn't know the place, but apparently it was a really like, okay, when I went there, I didn't know the meat pies, like, these are some organic meat pies. You don't get these meat pies from anywhere else. And so I took it for granted. I mean, this is probably like, because it was in a weird place. It was in like some underground area. And I was like, oh, probably this, because typically it's like the comfort food, like, the really good food, but it's just in a place you'll never expect it to be. And for some reason, they don't want to, like, it's those really small restaurants, but instead, like, no one goes there because no one knows about it. And it's kind of like you have to be pretty high IQ to understand this place. And I mean, it was cool. So I tried it. I got into the secret, and we had some fun time. And then this is kind of where it all goes down. So he actually, the prime minister, he couldn't handle the fact that I was I was amazing. I was so cool. Too cool for him, in fact. And you might be like, ha, that's funny. You're just saying this. You're making this out of your mouth. Well, I can talk to him right now. I can't talk to him. He blocked me off every platform. But like I'm saying, if I can talk to him, he'll admit he thought I was too cool for him. And I was confused as well. I'm like, hey, this is not possible. I mean, you're a real cool, a nice guy. How is this? This isn't fair. I mean, you have so many friends. You have like people backing you up. It's just, it confused me. In fact, it left me heartbroken in some ways. I'm just getting the cheesy kill. Oh. Time. And so this is where everything kind of goes down. When I went for the meat pies, when I said one meat pie, these Australians, when you say something to them, you have to stick your word to it, and they think you can't, I wouldn't say bend, but I just wanted to have some as a souvenir, like extra. And he got really mad. He got like a mega mad, like, wow. I never knew there was Australians that could just, great friends with them, and then all of a sudden he just goes like, you're bad. How am I bad? That confused me. I was like, did I pee in your bathtub? What happened? And so he was like, you know what, you're going back. You're gonna get deported. And I'm like, wait, don't ban me. And he was like, yep, you're banned. And I was like, wow. And I was like, okay, I have to drive there. And he was like, no, you can't drive there. You have to go by airplane. I'm like, how's that possible? There's no way you can fly from Australia to Canada, and from Canada to America. It doesn't add up. That's phony baloney. That's like, I don't know. That's just, how do you do that? It's not possible. And so he told me, wait, I'm just trying to kill this guy. I'm sorry. Jeez, these people are bad at the game. I'm so gone! Ah! Oh! But yeah. What the? Wait. What? No! My progress! What? Like, oh, I lost connection. Why? I got I got 11 kills and 2 deaths. I had a 5.5 KD. That's all that progress for nothing? What? Oh, whatever. This. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna have to close this on short because this is kind of. This is really tingly me. This is. Okay. Um, I think it's loaded. Anyways, we're gonna have to end it off short. It's been, I think I extended this way too long, and I don't want to keep you guys hanging on to the. It's very like okay. So basically, I was too cool. I got deported to from Canada to America. It's a really hard process, and I lost my car in the meantime. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace out, home dog.